Welcome back to my unsolicited thoughts. I am Q the author, and I know I haven't posted on this channel for a while, but I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent. I came across this amazing story, amazing to me anyway, and I wanted to touch on it. Get your thoughts and input. I'm gonna give my thoughts and input, but it's basically about a husband leaving his wife at the airport. You might have seen it, maybe you didn't, but if you didn't, let's jump into it.
Did a husband cross the line when he left his wife at the airport? The husband explained they had about 15 minutes until boarding started, and his wife insisted on going to Starbucks, which was on a different terminal. He told her she didn't have time, but she didn't listen. He waited as long as possible, but when the gate agent was about to close the door, he decided to get on the plane, and the wife did not make the connection.
Yeah, throw the whole wife away. First of all, he was going to visit his daughter. So when the wife decided to go to another terminal with 15 minutes to board the plane, she made him make a choice between her and his daughter. So there was just a trip planned before. She overslept, so they already missed the flight. So this is the second time that they're going to try to see his daughter. So when she decided that she was going to delay or just take her sweet time like the plane was supposed to wait for her, then he did the right thing and he got his butt on that plane to go see his daughter.
All right. So you heard the story. Husband and wife supposed to go see his daughter, as Erica so eloquently put it. Sis was on it. She was like, his daughter. Eyes got big. She said, throw the whole wife away. She was not playing. But they was going to go see his daughter. For whatever reason, the wife overslept. I done caught plenty of planes before. I'm pretty sure most of you have too. It is damn near impossible to sleep the day before you have to catch a plane. I don't care if you're catching it in the afternoon, at night, first thing in the morning. You so anxious about not missing it that I have never overslept for a flight. Hell, I usually get there 2 hours early. So that part right there is like, I'm looking at you a little funny. But then we get to the airport and you decide, you know what, I want Starbucks. I know we're about to get on the plane to go see your daughter. I know I done fucked up one time before. But I want Starbucks. It's in another terminal. We got 15 minutes to board. I'm gonna go for it. First off, if you've been to Starbucks before, it take them damn near 15 minutes to make a drink. You got a better chance of going to Disney World on a Saturday and getting to the front of the line than she had going halfway across the damn airport. I don't care what terminal she was going through. I don't care what airport you at. A trip from one terminal to another terminal at any given airport is more than a 15-minute walk. So she was already violating. As I checked social media about this, most people had the same feelings. Like everybody was saying, she was sabotaging this trip, and I feel exactly the same way. I feel like she was sabotaging this trip. She didn't want this man to see his daughter. Can I prove it? No. But if you look at behavior, if you look at patterns, you miss a plane, then 15 minutes before we board the plane, you gonna run to Starbucks? Have you lost your damn mind? Most women, most men, they make a mistake like that, an egregious mistake like that, they're not gonna make it twice. They're not gonna let me double down on that mistake I made the first time we were supposed to call the plane, and let me try to make you miss it again. If you didn't want to go, just say that. That's fine. Stay home. If you don't want me to go, just say that. That's fine. We'll get a divorce. But it shouldn't be nothing in this world that keep you from seeing your child. I don't care if you don't like my child. I guess we done. It is what it is. Like, this child was here before you met me, or maybe the child wasn't there before. Maybe the child is a break baby. Either way it go, it's his daughter. You can't get mad about that. Some people, men and women in this situation, let's just say it was a break baby. If somebody has a baby on you and you cannot deal with it, leave. Simply plain and put. Like, I would always advise you to leave, because I know I would. I'm not gonna look at I'm gonna call it like this. I'm not gonna look at a mistake you made, because that's what you're gonna say anyway. That's what the person gonna tell you. It was a mistake I made. It was a mistake I made, but the child wasn't. Oh no, the child was a blessing, but me sleeping with their mom, that was a mistake. No, the child was a mistake too. It's unfortunate, but that's just what it is. I'm not gonna look at that child every day. I'm just not. I'm gonna leave. So if this was a break baby situation, she should have left. If he had a baby before he met her, and she didn't like the child, she should never got with him. But we're gonna touch on his simping ass too, because this ain't the first time she did nothing like this. Speaking as a man of quite some tenure on this earth, this is not the first time she did this, because most people have repetitive behavior. So you're not going to convince me. Never would you convince me this is the first time this woman has stepped out of line and did something like this. This is not the first time she tried you like this. The fact that she felt comfortable enough to oversleep, then tell you 15 minutes before a plane board, I'm finna go to Starbucks. First off, you ain't telling me shit. 15 minutes before, I'm telling you, you go to Starbucks, you going back home. I'm not waiting. You do what you want to do. Make your choice, and you do what you have to, and I'll do what I have to. But this is not the first time that she did this to him. And it's probably not going to be the last time, because I doubt he leaving. But he probably got an earful, which, if he was a real man, you're not finna yell at me after you missed the damn plane of your own bad decision making. No, sir. No, we don't rock like that. But let's read some of the comments, see what people had to say. Sounds fair. Daughter comes before anyone else. Dad rules. That was a guy. That was a guy saying that. And yeah, it does sound fair. Daughter comes before anyone else. Dad rules. Yeah, it does sound fair. Why should my daughter keep missing out on me because you have a problem with time? Like, I personally, I would leave. If I'm telling you I'm going somewhere at a certain time, if I say I'm leaving the house at 5 o'clock and you lay your ass down till 4:55, at 5 o'clock, I'm leaving. I don't care if I told you I was giving you a ride to somewhere. At 5 o'clock, I'm leaving. I shouldn't have to wait for you. You should have met me in the car. And given the mistake that she made beforehand, she should have been the first one on the plane. She should have had that shake 'em up Starbucks that you keep in the freezer. She should have had it already. Or she should have just went without. She already made him miss a plane before. Let's keep going. He needs to leave her for good. She doesn't value his time or care about his daughter. She's super selfish. I agree. I can't imagine making that level of mistake and then turning around and then doing it again. Like, in my eyes, it's basically saying, yeah, I know we're going to see your daughter. I know we're about to get on this plane, but you know what? My Starbucks is a little bit more important because people get on the plane and stay up the whole damn flight. I usually go to sleep before they push the plane back. So, I don't know. Let's keep going. Dad wins this. Honestly, not a big deal. Just work on time management. Nah, bruh. I don't agree with him. Dad does win this, but it's not a big deal. I'm not going to agree with you on that. That is a big deal. She did it twice. I'm going to be pissed if you did it the first time. The second time, my mom used to say this. You see something too many times, don't ignore it. You hear something too many times, don't ignore it. She did the same thing twice. And it's not like it was just like, oh, babe, I forgot to wake you up for work. It's not like, oh, babe, I forgot to cook. This is like if I was in charge of picking up a stepdaughter or stepson from school and I forgot to pick him up twice, back to back. That mother would have every right to look at me like, you must don't like my son or something, because that's how I'm looking at this. That's how I think the world is looking at this. Let's look at the next comment. Good for Dad. She probably intended for him to miss the flight again. He owes her no explanation, not a sorry. Not at all. He don't owe her no explanation, not an apology. Only thing he don't owe her shit. He needs to stand up a little bit more because it should never happen the first time, let alone twice. Could she be a woman with bad time management? Let's just say, maybe she likes the daughter. Maybe she's just, to a degree, I think we can all agree it's a little selfishness there. If you're about to catch a plane, or even if it's not selfishness, there is a level of dim-wittedness. Yeah, there's a level of dim-wittedness because nobody in their right mind would try to go to Starbucks with 15 minutes to board a plane. So At that point, he should have stood up and been a man, if that's what he claims to be, in his house, and said, nah, babe, you know what, we don't got time for that. And she would have bitched him on, but that's just what it would have been. I'm not finna miss my daughter. Either I'm gonna miss you, but I'm not gonna miss my daughter. And you not even I'm gonna miss you. You're gonna get your ass on this plane with me. You better go get the apple juice from the little corner store right there. You're not going to Starbucks. And that's all it should have been. Sometimes you got to tell somebody what to do. Sometimes you can't let them make their own decision, especially in a partnership. Like, no, that's not happening. You coming with me. Now, if you tell me you don't want to go, fine, that's cool. Stay your ass home. Don't even fake the phone. Don't even come with me to the airport. Don't have me buy a ticket. Don't have me pay for luggage. Don't have me pay for none of that. Save me some money and some aggravation. Shit, maybe he'll go. Maybe she was scared for him to go because he was probably gonna see his ex, and she was trying to block that. Maybe it had something to do with the baby mom. Who knows? Let's keep going. He made the correct choice. She was the problem and totally selfish. Stepmoms be so petty, rude, witch. I had two, both were horrid. And this sounds like a person that's speaking from personal experience with her own stepmoms. She said they were horrid to her, which I understand is horrible. But yeah, it's probably a situation where she just doesn't like the daughter. And that's unfortunate for that daughter. It's unfortunate for that father. But the best thing he can do in that situation is to get himself out of it before it gets worse. Anyway, short video. Let me know what you think. Comments, criticism. Be sure to like, follow, please subscribe. And I'll be back whenever I feel like I find a video that's worth talking about. I just don't want to waste time. But until then, peace.